In this video, I am going to discuss about the rest part of the previous topic here. Starting, already I have talked about the what is motion of a charged particle in a uniform magnetic field, and already I have taken the case when the charged particle enter parallel to the magnetic field. At that time, the charged particle will be moved without any deviation. Second case, when charged particle enter perpendicularly to the magnetic field, and in that case that charged particle will follow what path? Circular path. So when a charged particle enter in a magnetic field, uniform magnetic field at an angle 90 degree, then that charged particle is follow the circular path. And I also given here how can we find the direction of the force by using the right hand palm rule. And also we have derived yesterday R is equal to mv upon qv, means the radius of that circular path followed by the charged particle is given by mv upon qv, where m into v product of mass into velocity and product of mass into velocity is called momentum. So we can write here R is equal to p upon qv. But also we know if the k is the kinetic energy of that charged particle, मान लीजिए उस चार्ज पार्टिकल की काइनेटिक एनर्जी दी हुई है कितनी k. If the k is the kinetic energy of that charged particle, then at place of p you can write 2mk, root 2mk. So this radii of that circular path also given in terms of kinetic energy of that charged particle. How? R is equal to root 2mk upon qb. And the same expression R is equal to root 2 mk upon qb. This one is also a formula for finding the radii of that circular path followed by that charged particle when the direct kinetic energy of that charged particle is given there. Suppose if in the question it is given here a charged particle is accelerated with a potential v, then how can we find the radii of that circular path? अगर मान लीजिए उस चार्ज पार्टिकल में ये दिया है कि a charged particle of this mass is accelerated in a uniform magnetic field with this potential v at an angle 90 degree. So at that case also k is equal to qb. Kinetic energy of that charged particle can be given q into v. This v is potential difference जिससे वो charged particle accelerate किया है. ये v potential difference है न कि velocity है. तो k is equal to qb. Here you will write k is equal to qb. Then r is equal to root 2m. K is equal to qb upon qb. And by solving it, you will get 1 upon p root 2 mv by q. So in this way, you can say radii of that circular path followed by the charged particle in a uniform magnetic field when it entered at an angle 90 degree can be calculated either using this formula R is equal to mv upon qb, या R is equal to root 2 mk upon qb if kinetic energy of that charged particle is given. And suppose if the potential difference is given with what potential that charged particle is accelerated, then you can say R is equal to 1 upon p root 2 mv upon q. So by using any this formula, you can find the radii of that circular path followed when it enters in a uniform magnetic field at an angle 90 degree. Here I want to tell one more thing here. What will be the time period? Time period means time taken by the charged particle to complete one revolution. पूरा एक revolution करने में इस charged particle को कितना time लगेगा? That one is called its time period. You know, speed is equal to distance upon time. So time is equal to distance upon speed. So time taken by that charged particle to complete one revolution, that one is also called time period, is equal to 2 pi r. Because पूरे एक चक्कर करने में कितना डिस्टेंस ट्रेवल करना पड़ेगा? 2 pi r डिस्टेंस, और वेलोसिटी मींस मैग्नीट्यूड इज रिमेन सेम 2 pi r by v. And also we can write here t is equal to 2 pi by v, and already you know R is equal to mv upon qb. You know this formula already we have derived. R is equal to how much? mv upon qb. So now v is cancelled by v, and what you will get here? 2 pi m upon qb. So frequency of this revolution n is equal to 1 upon t. So 1 upon t you will write qb upon 2 pi m. And in these two formula, either t is equal to 2 pi m upon qb or n is equal to qb upon 2 pi m. What can you say? ये दोनों फार्मूले में वेलोसिटी नहीं है, इसका मतलब time period of revolution or the frequency of this revolution is independent of velocity. इसका मतलब इस चार्ज पार्टिकल को पूरा एक चक्कर लगाने में जो समय लगेगा या जो उसकी फ्रीक्वेंसी होगी वो वेलोसिटी पे डिपेंड नहीं करती। इसका मतलब कि चाहे चार्ज पार्टिकल छोटा पाथ फॉलो करे, कोई चार्ज पार्टिकल किसी मैग्नेटिक फील्ड में, या बड़ा सर्कुलर पाथ फॉलो करे, टाइम सबके लिए सेम लगेगा। एंड हाउ इट पॉसिबल, ये कैसे संभव है कि बड़ा सर्कुलर पाथ फॉलो करेगा तब भी उतना ही टाइम और छोटा सर्कुलर पाथ फॉलो करे तब भी उतना टाइम। इसका मतलब ये हुआ कि when that charged particle follow a smaller radii circular path, then its velocity is automatically less, and when it follow the larger circular path, larger radii circular path, then its velocity will be more. इसका मतलब छोटा रेडियाई का सर्कुलर पाथ फॉलो करेगा तो अपने आप उस चार्ज पार्टिकल की वेलोसिटी उसमें क्या रहेगी, कम रहेगी, जिससे मान लो उसमें टाइम लगा टी, और बड़ा सर्कुलर पाथ फॉलो कर रहा है तो उसके लिए भी टाइम टी ही चाहिए, जिसका मतलब उसमें ऑटोमेटिकली उसकी वेलोसिटी क्या हो जाएगी, बढ़ जाएगी। तो कोई भी चार्ज पार्टिकल जब किसी सर्कुलर पाथ में एंटर करे, जब किसी भी मैग्नेटिक फील्ड में नॉर्मली एंटर करे, एंड सपोज इट्स रेडियस ऑफ सर्कुलर पाथ इज चेंज, तो जैसे जैसे उसके सर्कुलर पाथ का रेडियस बढ़ेगा ऑटोमेटिकली इसकी वेलोसिटी क्या होती रहेगी, बढ़ती रहेगी। लेकिन हर सर्कुलर पाथ के लिए जो टाइम लगेगा वो क्या रहेगा, हमेशा सेम रहेगा। Now the third possibility is when the charged particle enter in the uniform magnetic field neither at 0 degree nor 90 degree, मतलब वो चार्ज पार्टिकल मैग्नेटिक फील्ड, यूनिफॉर्म मैग्नेटिक फील्ड में एंटर कर रहा है, लेकिन एंगल बिटवीन द वेलोसिटी ऑफ द चार्ज पार्टिकल एंड मैग्नेटिक फील्ड ना तो 0 डिग्री है ना तो 90 डिग्री, क्योंकि 0 डिग्री पे कौन सा पाथ फॉलो करेगा, स्ट्रेट लाइन पाथ, अनडेविएटेड। 90 डिग्री पे सर्कुलर। तो इन दोनों के अलावा किसी और एंगल पे अगर एंटर करता है, इट मींस दैट चार्ज पार्टिकल इज एंटर greater than 0 degree but less than 90 degree. So in this case, what type of the path followed by that charged particle? So here, overall the path followed by that charged particle is called helical path. What path? Helical path. So when charged particle enter at 0 degree in the uniform magnetic field, straight line path. 90 degree in the magnetic field, circular path. And at any angle except 0 degree or 90 degree, or between 0 degree and 90 degree, then that one is called a helical path. So in this case, when the charged particle enter in the magnetic field B at an angle theta, लेकिन याद रखिएगा ये theta greater than 0 degree less than 90 degree है। So here we will take the two component of velocity. इस velocity का हमको क्या मिलेगा, दो component मिलेगा। One component is parallel to the magnetic field, ये कंपोनेंट मैग्नेटिक फील्ड के पैरेलल होगा, एंड दैट कंपोनेंट इज कॉल्ड b cos थीटा, एंड वन कंपोनेंट इज परपेंडिकुलर टू द मैग्नेटिक फील्ड, v perpendicular is equal to that is called b sin theta. So the component of v which is parallel to b, यहां b cos थीटा नहीं, v हम किसका कंपोनेंट ले रहे हैं, वेलोसिटी का कंपोनेंट ले रहे हैं। So the velocity of that charged particle parallel to the magnetic field b cos theta and perpendicular to the magnetic field is how much here, v sin theta. और ये दोनों कंपोनेंट वेलोसिटी के दो रोल अदा करेंगे। एक वेलोसिटी v cos थीटा पैरेलल टू b, इसका मतलब v cos थीटा कंपोनेंट और मैग्नेटिक फील्ड के बीच का एंगल कितना हो जाएगा, दोनों पैरेलल 0 डिग्री। इट मींस दिस कंपोनेंट विल प्रोवाइड द व्हाट पाथ, स्ट्रेट लाइन पाथ, and v sin theta since perpendicular to the magnetic field b, so this component v sin theta will provide what path, circular path. So it means in this case that charged particles follow the two paths together, one linear path as well as circular path, and the resultant of this linear and circular path together is called what path, helical path. So I hope maybe the bio student know very well about this one, in the Watson Crick model for the what here, DNA helical path. And in the helical path, in one complete circle, the linear distance traveled by the particle is called its pitch. So here, if anybody asks to you what is the radii of that circular path means helical path. क्योंकि helical path में circle भी है और linear path भी है, तो its figure is just like this one. Suppose this one is a magnetic field B and a charged particle Q enter at an angle theta in this magnetic field with velocity V, and where this theta is greater than 0 degree but less than 90 degree. So component of V in the direction of magnetic field is parallel to the magnetic field V cos theta, and component of V perpendicular to the magnetic field V sin theta. And now this V cos theta will provide linear path, and this V sin theta will provide what path? Circular path. And then resultant of this linear and circular path will give what path? Helical path. So this charged particle will start to follow the helical path like this one. और याद रखिएगा इस हेलिकल पाथ में सर्कुलर पाथ भी है और लीनियर पाथ. So the radii of this circular path of this helix, that will observe R is equal to mv perpendicular upon qb, क्योंकि v perpendicular component circular path के लिए responsible है. तो radii of that circular path is given mv sin theta upon qb. And what is the pitch? Pitch means linear distance traveled by that charged particle in one complete revolution. पूरे एक complete revolution में कितना linear distance travel किया, that one is called its pitch. And pitch is given by p is equal to speed is equal to distance upon time. So distance is equal to speed into time. Speed कितना होगा उसका? v cos theta in opposite direction. So v cos theta into for the time taken by the charged particle to complete one revolution, 2 pi m upon qb. So you can write here v cos theta into 2 pi m upon qb. So in this way we can find the pitch of that charged particle, or simply it is linear distance traveled by the charged particle. So sometime you will also get the numerical problem based on it here. How can we find the pitch? Pitch of that helical path or radii of the helical path. Actually, the such type of the question is asked in the some competitive exam like this one here. So please also you do the practice to find out this. Now, the next topic is motion of a charged particle in combined electric field and magnetic field. मतलब that charged particle is enter in that space or in that region where both field are present. वहाँ electric field भी है और magnetic field भी है. So you know when that charged particle enter in that magnetic field where the magnetic field and electric field both are present. So due to electric field, it will experience electric force F is equal to QE, and due to magnetic field, it will also experience a force F is equal to QV cross B. And these combined, the sum of these two forces is called what force? Lorentz force. So you can say here, if a charged particle enter in a space where both electric and magnetic field are present, so that charged particle will experience a force F is equal to QE. That Q is what here? What force? Electric force plus QV cross B. This one is what here? Force due to magnetic field, force due to electric field. So this combined force is called what force? Lorentz force. So we can write here Q in bracket vector E plus vector V cross. And in this way we can say this is the expression for the what force here? Lorentz force. It means that charged particle will experience two forces, electric force and due to magnetic field, magnetic force. But remember this one is a very important point, कि the force act on a charged particle due to electric field. Either the charge is in rest or charge in motion. चाहे चार्ज रेस्ट में रहे चाहे चार्ज मोशन में रहे, उसके ऊपर इलेक्ट्रिक फोर्स कितना लगेगा? QE in an electric field. But that charged particle will experience the magnetic force only when the charge is in motion. Always remember this. मैग्नेटिक फोर्स के मैग्नेटिक फील्ड के कारण फोर्स चार्ज तभी एक्सपीरियंस करेगा जब चार्ज मोशन में हो, लेकिन इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड के कारण चार्ज जो है वो इलेक्ट्रिक फोर्स एक्सपीरियंस करेगा चाहे चार्ज उस फील्ड में रेस्ट में हो या उसमें मोशन में हो. And one more thing here. Suppose I am saying a charged particle enter in a space or enter in a region where both electric and magnetic field are present, but that charged particle goes without any deviation. मतलब उस चार्ज पार्टिकल के ऊपर कोई डेविएशन नहीं हुआ, वो उसी रास्ते से निकल गई, जबकि ऐसे रीजन से पास हुआ जिसमें इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड भी है और मैग्नेटिक फील्ड भी है। इसका मतलब उस चार्ज के ऊपर इलेक्ट्रिक फोर्स भी लगा होगा क्यूई, और मैग्नेटिक फोर्स उसके ऊपर क्यूवी क्रॉस बी भी लगा होगा। लेकिन ये दोनों फोर्स जब इक्वल और अपोजिट हो गए होंगे तो नेट फोर्स क्या हो जाएगा? जीरो। एंड इन दैट केस यू कैन सी दैट चार्ज पार्टिकल will move without any deviation. So suppose the magnitude of this electric force is QE, and when this QE is equal to, you know, QV cross B, QV be sin theta. Suppose the charge particle enter in this magnetic field at an angle 90 degree, हाँ, because उसमें E और V को हम इस तरह से एडजस्ट करते हैं, कि QE is equal to QVB, then you can say Q is cancelled by Q, then V is equal to E by B. It means charged particle, if their velocity is equal to the ratio of electric field to magnetic field, V is equal to E by B, जहां पर भी ये कंडीशन फॉलो होगी कि किसी चार्ज पार्टिकल की वेलोसिटी रेशियो ऑफ इलेक्ट्रिक और मैग्नेटिक फील्ड के रेशियो के बराबर होगा, इसका मतलब इन दैट combined field, that charge particle will be moved without any deviation. And you know, this concept is used in spectrometer to determine the ratio of E by M. That one is called Q by M or E by M ratio here. And this velocity is called velocity selector or velocity filter. Remember this. This concept is used in spectrometer to determine the ratio of Q by M. So dear student, today we go through this one here, and tomorrow I will try to complete this chapter here, and also go through the numerical problem of this exercise.